Hey guys, in this special edition, Jonathan Cavan from Liebusters and I discuss some exciting news for anyone who does business online. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Spirit-Centered Business Podcast, where we blend the spiritual with the practical for supernatural results. Now, here is your host, Bralynn Newby.
Okay, thank you so much for being with me. I appreciate you calling all the way in from the UK, Jonathan. Welcome to Spirit-Centered Business, and I'm excited for what we're going to talk about today because I think this could really be a game changer for anyone doing business online. So, would you like to introduce our secret topic today, since you introduced it to me in the first place?
Well, that's kind of you, Bralynn. I'm glad you're excited about it since I've introduced it to you. So that clearly means certainly in your mind it has good traction, and I really believe it does. So, I've been involved with internet marketing for a number of years. Let's have a little think. About 5 years, not a lot of years, about 5 years. And one of the challenges with internet marketing has always been knowing which bits of software to use and plugging them together and making it work.
Yeah.
So you need a website, but a website doesn't sell unless you drive traffic to it. And then there's something called funnels, which is more of a sales-orientated website. And then you need to build a list of people to mail to, because once you have your own list and you have a sizable list, and I'm talking like, well, you can start with a few people, but really the goal is to have a list of a few thousand or tens of thousands. Then that
as long
list,
as they're engaged, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that list, if they know, like, and trust you, that then becomes free traffic. So
exactly.
So you can get off the hamster wheel of having to pay Google or Facebook for your traffic, that you can have free traffic. So building a list is important, and having a mail system that does so. And doing webinars using, which is certainly during this lockdown has become, people even not in internet marketing are using it, so they're becoming very customized to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I remember, I used to run a software company, and I used to own a software company. It's quite small, but we had 4 developers or programmers, a hosting guy, we had our own servers and racks, a designer, to make websites. But nowadays, as you know, you can pretty much plug and play. Over time, as time moves forward, these disparate bits, some of which I've just described, are getting easier to work with, or all being available under a one-stop shop, which is really what I'm excited about with GroovePages, because that's what it offers.
Mm-hmm. Right. So the name of what we're doing, the company, I think it's called Groove Digital, and then they have multiple pieces of the suite, the software suite, GroovePages and GrooveFunnel and GrooveSell and GrooveAffiliate and GrooveCalendar and GrooveMail, and all of those parts and pieces that we formerly had to buy and pay for monthly under, each its own. And then if they didn't play together well, then we had to go through a third party like Zapier or something to hook them together so that your whole business. Yeah, it was like so crazy. And so I am so excited that it's all under one roof and it's all integrated. And Jonathan, even videos, you'll be able to not only take a YouTube URL and stick it embed in your website, but it's literally living in the software. So you can use a video in multiple places. You can have it in your blog, and you can also have it on a landing page. You could use it for like a webinar replay or something like that as a video. It's just so much more versatile when it's all living there.
It's everything you need. Yeah. Even scheduling and help desk. It's all there. Yeah, it is. And I think what attracted me to Groove Digital is, well, two things really. One, I was looking for an out from ClickFunnels, and your guys may have heard of ClickFunnels, which I've used basically for 4 or 5 years, and it's led by Russell Brunson, who I think anyone who's heard of him has to take your hat off. The guy's a marketing genius, but every time he speaks to you, he's trying to sell you something, and
he's good.
He is, but primarily he's a marketing guy. He's not a software guy. And I've personally been involved with software for about 30 years. I joined Microsoft in 1988. No, it's going back a long time. So my whole career has been in software. And one thing I learned is that every 4, 5, 6, 7 years, the platform, the underlying infrastructure platform changes. And when that happens, it creates new opportunities for people coming in on the new platform. And the people stuck on the old platform often cannot move quick enough and get left behind. And that's kind of what I'm anticipating right now with ClickFunnels. Two things I'm not so keen on about it is, one, it's on an older platform and they're struggling to expand it and develop it from a technical perspective. And secondly, it's really led by a marketing guy, not a software guy. Whereas GroovePages or Groove Digital is the opposite of that. It's on this brand new platform. But having said that, it's led by a guy called Mike Vilsame, who I've tracked for probably about 8 or 10 years now, and he's a real straight shooter. Yeah.
He was one of the very first guys when I first got into online stuff in about 2011-12 time frame that I went to, and he was just brilliant.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good guy. I feel that he's a good guy, and he's got a lot of experience, and he's brought some good products to market. Webinar Jam is one of them, and so he's got a lot of experience. And if you listen to his biography, as he talks about his own story, his passion primarily is software, and then secondarily is marketing. So I'm really excited that now he is providing a kind of a future-proof way forward, and so I'm all in. And I wanted to share it with you, Bralynn, because I know you're in a similar space to us, and it might be something that you and your tribe could jump onto.
Yeah, well, most of my clients, actually all of my clients they're moving into a digital wisdom-based business, just like Liebusters is. It's all based on your wisdom. And so it's not you selling a widget. It's you selling wisdom, transformation, results, all of those things. And most of my clients, that's what they want to do or are already doing. So that requires that online presence, and it requires all of these parts and pieces that we just talked about. So if I really believe in this product, and I do, I bought it too, I really want to move my clients on there. And then my tech team is also learning it. I literally just gave it to them to say, hey, we're going to be implementing this across everybody, all of my clients who want to. I'm not going to force anybody, of course, but my tech team will be on board with being able to set up the GroovePages and the GrooveFunnels really quickly, because it's really a plug-and-play kind of, it's easy. And then with everything being integrated, you can easily plug in then the mail and the calendar and also the help desk that's coming. That's a cool
and the
feature.
piece I'm not sure if we mentioned, but you're talking about your clients and the wisdom type business where it's really selling knowledge, and I guess that translates into online courses. So they're rolling out a whole online course platform that is modeled after Kajabi, which is like the best out there. And Mike's got a lot of experience with that, and they're rolling that out too. So I'm so
excited about that. I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's a huge one. And that's expensive. You know, Kajabi, if you've got just a couple classes, it's about $200 a month. But if you go over, I don't know how many classes, but not very many, it's a low number, definitely single digits, it's like $400 a month. So it's crazy how expensive things can get, especially when you're cobbling it all together. So let me tell you this, when people join right now, I just can't even believe it. What they're getting right now would be $99 a month, and they're getting it free for life. They don't even have to put a credit card in. Like, oh my gosh,
I know,
that is
it's crazy.
So cool. I know, right? And then, you know, my Jonathan and I took the upgrade, and so we're getting the entire suite for life, with no more monthly payments for all of these parts and pieces for what was it, like $1,500. It's like,
yeah, 3 payments of $495. Yeah, and
yeah.
You know, I pay nearly $300 a month to ClickFunnels, and I have done every month since 2016. And
my God,
I'd love to say we're running businesses off it, but it hurts. And so the opportunity to get this for free. But I think we should tell your listeners how that can happen and why it's happening.
Go ahead.
Mike Filsaime, the guy who is running digital, Groove Digital, he has a unique way of getting to market, and he's kind of pre-funding, really. So rather than going out to venture capitalists and borrowing a ton of money, he's saying, look, jump in early. In fact, jump in before we've done the official launch, and we will give you lifetime access for a one-time payment. Or you can split the payment over 3 months. But either way, it's a fixed payment for those people who jump in early. And but I guess the trade-off is, you know, it's not launched to the public yet, which means it's a little bit early, which means it's not quite finished, and they're still ironing out some bugs and stuff. So my approach is, I'm all in. I'm paying my 3 payments of $470, whatever it is. But from where I'm at, I'm waiting until it's out and ready. Then I'm going to jump on in terms of using it. So I'm not using the pre-launch version. So I just think it's important to let people know, you know, it's not a too good to be true offer. That if there is a downside, it's not all there yet. But it will be. But we're kind of pre-funding the launch. But having said that, I think it's in July, isn't it? The launch is happening. We're going to find out more tomorrow, aren't we?
Yes, there's a webinar tomorrow, and they're going to be doing that webinar more like 2 other times after tomorrow, next week. But yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat, Jonathan, as far as I totally believe in Mike Filsaime, and what I've seen so far. I jumped in on the free and peeked around and looked at stuff and watched some of the training, which they have a lot of academy training. And I said, that's it. And like 2 days later, I made the decision. I'm just going to go for it. And I am not implementing everything right away. Currently, most of my people know I'm working on my launch of my new program, and so I'm actually building exciting. I know, it's so exciting. I'll be able to serve a lot more people, and it'll be great. But anyway, I'm building it on my old system, on my current system, in the different parts and pieces. There'll be 3 different things I'm using and cobbling them all together.
3?
You know how it goes. I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, there's probably more, but at this moment, I'm 3 on the top of my head. But as soon as I can, and as soon as Groove Member is up and Groove Mail, I'll be switching over then after. So I'm not jumping to switch right now, but like you said, I'll just let them get all of the bugs worked out of the pre-launch, and then I'll be moving over. Yeah.
But I think the key is Go ahead. Well, I was going to say the key is to grab the deal, right? Because
right.
Because the pricing will be I think it's $99, $199, and $299. So
Correct.
what we've jumped onto, it's going to be $299 a month, which is still an amazing deal. But having said that, it is every month, right? So each and every month for 2 or 3 years adds up. So what you and I have done is jump in to get that $299 a month deal for a fixed sum, a fixed payment of $1,500, a bit less.
Right.
But so that window is closing, and I think it's going to close probably within the next 2 weeks, probably by the end of June, because I think they want to go live with the launch in the middle of July, and they want to have a bit of a gap between the monthly only subscription and when they end this kind of amazing deal. So
right. But also, I do want to just point this out. For any of you listening in the future, way past July of 2020, the $299 a month deal, remember, Jonathan
still phenomenal.
I know. Jonathan has been paying $300 a month for 4 to 5 years just for the funnel piece. Plus, you have your website hosting and your, videos and your mail and all of the other parts of pieces, the webinar, all of that. You could totally be spending well over the $299
well over
$1,000.
Over $1,000 a month. Mm.
Oh yeah. So if you are listening later, this is a really good product, and just the fact of having it all under one roof, that would be totally worth it. Much less the low price of $300 a month rather than $1,000 a month. So, and another thing, this is another thing cool that I've been looking at, because my email list is growing, and so every time you get a certain number to their threshold, you have to pay more for email list. Well, this is all in one. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out with your email list or you have thousands. It's the same price.
Hang on. I may have to correct you there. I think Mike did say.
Did you say something different? Okay.
Yeah, I think Mike did say that all the software is free, but if you go above a certain amount of emails on your list, then you might have to pay for the extra emails because it costs them money to send them out. So what he doesn't want you to do is have an email list of 200,000 or 500,000.
Oh, sure.
Some people like Russell or Tony Robbins, they've got an email list of like 2 or 3 million. So he's just protecting himself against people like that.
Got it.
Coming over.
All right.
So there is a cap. I'm not sure what the number is, whether it's 5,000 or 50,000, but either way, it's going to be really good. But I'm thinking he just needs to protect himself on that. But other than that, right. It's everything. Mm.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So, anything else? I just want to read. I want to read what they say about the product. They say, superpowers for digital and e-commerce marketers. Our world-class software and services are designed to make marketers' life easier. Groove Digital's vision is to provide affordable and top-quality software platforms and services to help online marketers. We provide you with all the tools and education you need to get more traffic, convert more leads and sales, and generate increased revenue. So that's their official, promo piece.
I think there was, sorry, I just caught my own train of thought there. No, there was one other thing that neither of us have mentioned, and that is their philosophy is to give all of the marketing training away for free. So they have what they call their academy, and they are doing a lot of marketing type training on there, and that is all free. It's not incremental. Whereas those of us who've been in the ClickFunnels world know Russell is always coming out with a new marketing training course. Here's another course, here's the latest course, it's going to cost you $2,000, it's going to cost you $900 or whatever. But one of Mike Bilstein's design goals is that he will never charge for the training or for the marketing training, which I think is quite attractive too.
And that's huge, especially for people just starting out in understanding how online works. To have that training piece there and it's all included, that's really another no-brainer. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Well, he's a good, whilst he is a software-first person, he does have a good pedigree in marketing, because I believe that he was the second individual on the planet to do a $1 million launch. He's got a lot of history. He's got a lot of history with marketing, and he's a smart guy. Even this webinar that you and I are probably going to jump on tomorrow, it says, well, they've only got 10,000 places, but they've got 8,000 members. So
80,000.
He's got 80,000. 80,000. So how many software products have already got 80,000 people on it? So for you guys listening, let me just explain what I've just said there. So this software hasn't yet been launched, but there are already 80,000 people who have signed up to either the paid version, which is what Bralynn and I have jumped onto, or the free version, which they can have for life as long as they're in early. But he knows that the people who've got that free version for life, they're going to, if they love it, they're going to want to upgrade. Do you see what I mean? They're going to want to upgrade. And so they're feeling the pressure now. Do I upgrade for this one-time payment and jump all in, or do I just do the monthly payments when it happens? But either way, he's got 80,000 people on board already.
I know. So that would be the call to action for anyone listening. If you're within this window, go ahead and at least get your free version. You don't have to put it into action right away. I would poke around at it, take a look, and see what it is. But just the funnel piece that Jonathan was paying $300 a month for is free right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how we can say it enough to just
GroovePages,
do it.
That's GroovePages and GrooveCart.
Right.
But the GroovePages part, let me just explain even further that on ClickFunnels, it's just designed for funnels. So, upsells, downsells, bumps, single pages leading to other single pages, which is great. But you can't really build a traditional website with it, with all your different tabs. But what GroovePages does, it allows you to do both. It says, if you're a serious business, you do need a website. Something that people can visit to know who you are. But when you're selling your product, funnels are great. And all of that is in GroovePages, which is, as I said, they're giving away for free right now, along with GrooveCart, which is their Shopify alternative that allows you to do e-commerce. Yeah. So, Bralynn, if I were listening to this right now, how would you take action? Have you got a link somewhere that you can point people to?
Absolutely. The link will be wherever this video is posted, and also, just in case you're going to spiritcenteredbusiness.com on the podcast, it will be in the show notes over there. But I will post this link in both places, where you'll see this on Spreaker and Spotify and iHeartRadio and iTunes and, all of the places where Spirit Centered Business is. You'll see it right there by the show, wherever you're listening, and then also on spiritcenteredbusiness.com/podcast in the show notes. So that link will be there. And, Jonathan, let's talk to them about what else they get absolutely free is the affiliate. Because that's what we're doing, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, now this is an absolutely free way to make money, and you could literally just send this recording of Jonathan and I talking about it to make money. Send it to someone, have them opt in, and make money. Come on now.
Yeah, so this is another way that these internet marketing gurus do well. That's why Mike has got 80,000 people on board, because he has gone to other internet marketers who have a big audience. They might have a list of 50 or 100,000 people, and he says, hey, we're in the same space. I've got this great tool. I think your guys are going to like it. Send them this link. And if any of them buy it, you get 40% of whatever they spend, whether they do the one-time deal or whether they do the monthly deal. So,
if you are if you sign up free, and I clarified this with them. I talked to their help desk, which is another customer service is good. I can tell you that. Anyway, I clarified this. Even if you sign up for a free account and you share it with someone who buys the upgrade, you get 20%.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's
you get 20%.
System.
But
right.
if you get the free version and you never upgrade, you get 20%. But if you do upgrade, you get 40%. So there's another little kicker there. But I'm English and I'm quite conservative, so I just want your listeners to know that the purpose of this call isn't just so that Bralynn, you can make money out of your people jumping on this. I mean, we're in, aren't we? So
we're in. Yeah.
I'm in. I'm all in, and Berlin's all in. So we're in it together. Yeah. But great, really good points.
Yeah, exactly. But in the end, I am all about providing people with business tips, tools, trainings, things like that. And I can tell you that just using an all-in-one suite of all of these applications is a huge tip. And I've never found an all-in-one that actually is as robust or has all of the parts and pieces and bells and whistles that this does. So
yeah, he's really knocking the ball out of the park with this one. He's going over and above what anyone would possibly expect. And I think there's some very, very big players that are going to come onto this platform. In fact, I know they already have. So it's exciting. It's like being in early, isn't it? It's like being in early on something which you just feel really, really excited about. So I just love all you guys who are listening, who if you are part of what Berlin's doing, it's great to be on the same platform, because that gives you a whole new language to speak, or the same language, really.
That's a really good point, too, because then your learning comes faster. You can build community faster if everybody's speaking the same language. You're right.
Yeah, and you can share. You can, you can, in the community, you can share. You can share funnels. You can share websites. And one of the crazy things that they're doing is they're allowing you, if you've built out websites or funnels in another product, to kind of suck it up and squirt it into Groove Digital, so you don't actually have to go through the process of rebuilding it. You kind of copy it and paste it in. And technically, I'm not exactly sure how they are doing that, but they have.
I got goosebumps when you said that. Are you serious?
It's crazy. It's crazy because you see, many people who are big players will say, you know what, I'm so vested in ClickFunnels. I've got 15 different funnels. They've got like 8 different steps each. So that's a whole ton of work that I don't need to do. I don't want to do. So Mike's developing this tool, investing a lot of money in it, say, oh, don't worry, we'll just copy and paste those funnels into GroovePages. And with very minor additional work, they're up and running, ready to go.
Wow. Okay, that's huge. I have a small website. Probably only there's probably 5 public pages and about 12 pages that have to do with, landing pages and funnels and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I know that it would be crazy difficult for me to move over, but if it is just a copy paste, wow.
Yeah, well, in my mind, that seeing it is believing it. But he's talking about it. The only restriction is going to be is that they're going to have a little gate to make sure that you are the owner of the content. So you can't just go and rip off other people's stuff.
Well, that's good, yeah.
Then he'd get into trouble, or I think Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
well, let's land this plane, Jonathan. I think that we've provided so much great information. Just want to encourage you again, just go click the link, get your free, and go investigate and sort it out, because you will find that you'll be as excited as Jonathan and I are.
Yeah, I'd say jump in. Go in with your eyes open. Listen to Mike. Get a feel. Listen to see how you feel on the inside. But, we're all in, and you'll be joining the team.
Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you again, Jonathan. I so appreciate your time. I know it's kind of late there over in the UK, and thank you for showing me this product, because that was it was such a win for me, and it came exactly at the right moment. So perfect. Thank you so much.
Well, there's that Bible verse that says, "Don't throw your pearls to swine," right? And I knew I could talk about this to different people, and I thought, but you just popped into my mind. It's like Bralynn. She'd be up for this, because I know what you're into. I know what you're doing. I know about your launch, etc. So
yeah.
You just popped right into my mind. So I'm glad. I'm glad it's working out.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, you guys. Until next time, stay spirit-centered. Bye-bye. Bye, Jonathan.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Spirit-Centered Business with Bralynn Newby. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. The next stage of doing business by being spirit-centered is coming together in collaboration, working with spiritual principles, and knowing our destiny. Join our tribe at spiritcenteredbusiness.com, and we'll catch you on the next broadcast. Peace out.